Your perception of success may be operating counter to your desire for success. So when you're an entrepreneur and you're noticing, you have this desire to run a thriving six-figure, multi-six-figure business, have consistent sales, be working with amazing clients. But what you're experiencing is the opposite, where you're having difficulty signing clients or having periods of no sales. It behooves you to explore, what is this underlying belief and fear that obviously is more powerful than my desire because I'm experiencing more of what I don't want than what I do want. And when you start to explore, what is this belief about success that I have that is holding me back? And often what happens when you start to do that exploration is you start to see there might be this fear around success, about having success in a different way. Because if you were raised in the US, the definition, quote unquote, of success is work hard, get good grades, go to a good school, get a good job, then you're successful. But when you follow that path, as many people have, and as many people have experienced from following that path, you often come up short. You feel empty, like there must be more to life than this. And often, if you're not willing to explore that, it can just keep you on the hamster wheel of seeking other ways to prove your worth or your success. So when your worth, value, identity, sense of self comes from seeking external validation, seeking results in order to prove that you're successful, it just keeps you, again, in that cycle of wanting and of not ever really experiencing a level of deep satisfaction and fulfillment in what it is that you're doing. So what you can do to shift this is, first, of course, is being willing to explore and see, what were the conversations about success? What was I told about success? What did I pick up on about what it means to be successful? And how might my path as an entrepreneur be counter to those accepted paths to success? And how might that make me a little uncomfortable? So thinking about, if your family has this idea of success and you are operating on a different space of creating success in your own terms, being an entrepreneur, that might conflict with what their idea of success is. And especially if you are the type of entrepreneur that I work with who is doing something in the artistic field and the healing fields, oftentimes it isn't seen as quote unquote valid by society, by family. So being willing to explore, how am I letting their beliefs about success and what is possible impact what I'm allowing to be possible for me? And do it from a place of seeking to understand. This isn't an opportunity to, blame, shame, feel guilty, or feel angry, resentful. Just seek to understand. What is it about them that they feel it's safer, quote unquote, to work for a company, or that a company is supposed to give me success versus I'm the one that can give myself success or security, whatever it might be. And when you start to see, okay, I've been letting this old belief operate at a stronger level than my desire, then just take responsibility. Take responsibility. I take responsibility for operating from a place that wasn't working for me. And now I'm going to take responsibility to change that. And once you're willing to change that, then you can claim your own success and decide what that looks like for you. And for many of the clients I work with, it's having a business that is impactful and making a difference in the lives of their clients. And it's meaningful and fulfilling and creative and allowing them to experience financial gains from their work. So it's an equal exchange of energy, of giving their unique gifts and getting rewarded financially for those gifts. And being willing to be different, being willing to be set apart, being willing to be on a path that might be in opposition to what is socially acceptable or familially acceptable. And taking responsibility from that place. Okay, so now I am going to operate from my level of success, my desire, my definition. And if that means that I have some failures, I have some mistakes, I'm going to take responsibility for learning from them and congratulate myself for having the courage to keep going, and know that I am playing this game for an audience of one, for me. And when you start to do that, that's when you start to play to win, because you're not playing someone else's game. You're not wanting to win someone else's game. You're playing for you. And that is ultimately where you experience the most freedom, the most success, and the most security, and the most joy. All right. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Leave comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this helpful and think there's someone in your life that could benefit from this, please consider sharing. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We'd love to have you around more. And thank you so much for watching.